like I was saying before my phone died, a lot of military are the same way. Like, I'm in the military, I don't fight. I've been to prison, blah, blah. But a lot of military, they're not like that. A lot of ex-cons to get out of prison, they want to change their life. They're about changing their life. They don't want to go back to prison. They're not full boasting and bragging about going to prison. A lot of them, you couldn't even tell they went to prison. A lot of military soldiers are also like, oh man, I've been in the military, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of them are cool. Everything's an individual thing. I just wanted to say that. I think if they really want a chance, they should be given a chance. I think a lot of the system is about, if you've been on the bottom, or you're a group of persons that's been on the bottom, the system, doesn't matter, the Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green Party, worldwide. So what's happening in America is not happening only in America, it's happening worldwide. Then there's about keeping you on the bottom. That's how it is. Doesn't matter if it's Republican, left wing, Democrat, right wing, red, blue. And a lot of conservatives I talk to are very nice people, you know. I see a lot of conservatives I talk to are nice people. But a lot of liberals are nice people. Are nicer people. The liberals in office, the ones I can't stand. And when it comes to animal rights, I think, like, I want these people out can fix an animal. There's something about fixing an animal that I wouldn't want someone to do that with me. They should have kids and all that. I understand it's a controversial issue. But if somebody is abusing animals, instead of putting them in jail and giving them a fine, they should lose animals. They should be sent to prison. So animals have rights. I think animals have rights. Foster system in my house I grew up in, my foster house was good, but my adopted house was kind of abusive, and they had their idea of sickness. They just took it too far. Like I say, we're all a little evil and corrupt, we're all a little hypocritical, we're all a little fake. Even Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, Joe Biden and Obama and the Bushes and all of them. But a lot of foster system, they take kids from one home they think is bad and they put them in a worse home. They put them in a worse home, or a home that's like, you gotta read in the Bible, or they starve them for having bad grades and all that. So you gotta be careful with the foster system. There is a lot of good homes. Or how I feel about nature. I think we should take care of trees and plants, and we should watch gasoline. Like, I have nothing in cars, you know, I don't drive, but I had a learner's permit, but it expired. For a driver's license. So, but I do think about taking care of nature, taking care of trees. I think a lot of what's going on, the growth of mental illness is chemicals in food. I think we gotta watch, be careful. Like, I have nothing against hunting animals, just don't overhunt. Use all body parts type of thing. And I don't agree with, like, my mom taught her Hooterite colony, they had the calves chained up. No, I didn't agree with that. So I'm into nature. I like going trees, and Montana's a very beautiful country up there. If you've never been to Montana, just going to trees, go to Glacier National Park, and like, wow, so beautiful. So I do agree with taking care of trees and the environment. We should be concerned about that. We shouldn't overcut down trees, you know. We should let the tribal people be tribal. But America has its own problems that we need to fix first. I disagree with America going in. Like, I talked to people from Middle East that, like, it had nothing to do with religion. September 11th, like, September 11th was wrong. But they're like, well, America's been in our nation. They've been telling us how democracy, blah, blah, blah. They've been shoving their nose down the throat. They're nosy and all that. They were sticking their nose in our business. We told them to leave. They didn't leave, so we had to do something. Take it as you will. But like I was saying, nature is important. Like I said, I'm an independent conservative, but probably won't vote. Because I have, like I say, when you study politics, before you vote, like one reason I vote Republican, I've been around people that are Republican, like vote Republican, vote Trump. They tell me how to vote. But I would agree with studying the person, studying their life, studying the policies, studying their history. And like I said, there's nothing in... It was a liberal named Lyndon Johnson, a Democrat, who sat there and said, we made a law that you could no longer, a religious establishment could no longer promote a party. Or else they'd be fined and all that. That's what the whole... There's nothing about religious freedom. The freedom of religion is in the Constitution, but nothing about separation of the Constitution. Like, I agree. If a religious party want a religious party, I don't care if it's a Christian church, I don't care if it's a Mother Mosque, I don't care what it is. The leaders want to promote a politician, how it's set up, that government wouldn't infringe on religion, but religion, because before that, religious establishments had prayers and meetings on voting days. So I basically agree that religious parties, religious households and leaders should be able to promote party, not just Christian church. I believe all women should be able to. And like taking Jesus out of schools and God out of schools. Well, if you're in a science class, you're going to learn about evolution. I'm a creationist. But they want to pray to school. They want to have a Wiccan Bible or a Muslim Quran or a Christian Bible or a Book of Mormon or whatever. Allow them to pray to their God. That's how I look at it. And now, and instead of taking 7 commandments off government buildings, just put up Quranic verses and all that. No, that's just me. No, that's just me. But this is how I look at things. That like, a lot of people in prison, a lot of people are like, oh, they should have known, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of them try to change. One thing about it is, people will use the past against you. They'll say, oh, yeah, you used to do this, you used to be that, you used to think this, you used to... People change. And everything is an individual thing, you know? Basically, yeah. I gotta charge my phone. I'll be back later.